I've had an eye on AEW ever since their announcement, and it's finally time to give them some attention. AEW Revolution is this Saturday, and these are my predictions for the 8 announced matches. Let's start with Sammy Guevara versus Darby Allin. This match came as a result of the Inner Circle driving Darby's skateboard into his throat a month ago. A couple of cool looking video packages later, and Darby returned a few weeks ago with a vengeance and to a thunderous reaction from the crowd. Now, the question is, who gets the win? Both are fairly young stars with a ton of future potential. Both could use a win, but I feel Darby has really picked up steam along the way, and he needs the win slightly more to maintain his momentum. However, I could see this one go either way. Coming next on Superstars, we have Goldust versus Jack Swagger. I mean, Dustin Rhodes versus Jake Hager. To be honest, I'm shocked AEW have successfully made me excited to see an encounter that wouldn't feel out of place on main event in 2013. But credit where credit is due. Hager feels like a monster waiting to be unleashed, and Dustin has completely rejuvenated his career after leaving WWE. With that said, there's practically no way Hager is losing this. After all, it's his freaking debut match. Then we apparently have Pac versus Orange Cassidy, which was a last minute addition to the card. I have not much to say, just that I'm ridiculously thrilled to see what this man will do. And as much as I love Cassidy, Pac needs to win this, especially after his defeat against Omega. Following that, SCU versus the Dark Order will take place. And to give AEW credit, they've actually made me look forward to the eventual reveal of the Exalted One, which I would undoubtedly expect for the pay-per-view. If it wasn't for the fact Matt Hardy's contract ends a day after Revolution, there is probably going to be some kind of development on this storyline, and hell, maybe they'll reveal an unforeseen wrestler as the Exalted One. Either way, it's very unlikely SCU will come out on top in this one. Mark this as the Dark Order's first major pay-per-view win. Then we have Nyla Rose versus Kris Statlander for the AEW Women's World Championship. This one is once again a women's title match without much of a build. However, that division is in a transitional state while it gradually finds its footing. So this time, it's a decision I can overlook. Especially because I'm truly excited to see these two women clash in the ring. Nyla is almost certainly winning, but I don't mind as long as the action is good and there's an actual storyline by the time Double or Nothing arrives. Later on, there is one of the best built matches on the card in Cody vs MJF. After an unexpected yet shocking betrayal at Full Gear, some solid back and forth promos, 10 brutal lashes on Cody's back, and a great steel cage match featuring Wardlow, we finally reached the results of months of feuding and rivalry. So, it's time to decide. Does the babyface give the heel his well-deserved comeuppance, or does the heel pick up his first major win to really elevate his stock? I think MJF is going to be a majorly featured player in AEW. And it all begins with a victory at Revolution. The possibility of him losing is there, but I think Cody is keen on putting him over big time. Up next, there's Kenny Omega and Hangman Adam Page versus the Young Bucks for the AEW World Tag Team Championship. This is my most anticipated match on the card, and I'm fully expecting it to be the match of the night. Anyway, The slow but engaging breakup of the Elite has easily been among the best stories told in wrestling in a long time. And now, I'm very torn on which path do I think the story will continue. On one hand, Omega and Page could retain since they won the belts not too long ago, prolonging Page's likely heel turn to a future event like Double or Nothing. On the other hand, we could get there much sooner if the Young Bucks become champions, pushing Page to his breaking point. In the end, while I think AEW could realistically prolong Page's eventual slap longer, I feel it's coming sooner rather than later, and losing the titles at Revolution will finally trigger his heel turn. Matt and Nick Jackson are my choice to become the new AEW Tag Team Champions. And finally, we have Chris Jericho versus Jon Moxley for the AEW World Championship. Mox and Jericho have both been booked really strongly since the promotion's first show, making it very hard to predict who leaves Chicago as the top dog in AEW. Mox has done some of his best work in years in this feud, and the crowd loves every second of it. Whether he's breaking a bottle on Jericho's head or stabbing Santana's eye with a car key, Mox still remains as popular as ever. Now wouldn't be the worst time to end Le Champion's reign, would it? It wouldn't, but I don't think AEW will pull that trigger just yet. Jericho has also killed it every night since becoming champion, and I think AEW will make an even bigger deal out of him finally losing that belt. Whether it's a Double or Nothing, or hell, even at All Out, I think Jericho will remain champion. It's still too soon for a title change, at least in my eyes. Do you agree with my choices? Leave a comment down below with your predictions for Revolution. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow me on Twitter at Pomi Wrestling for any updates. That's all for now. Thanks so much for watching. Until next time, see ya!